dear students, how are you all? I am Bashabi, your teaching buddy, and I welcome you all to study Class 3 Science with me by Acknowledge series, that is by Amit Publication, and we are going to study chapter number 3 from Unit 2, that is Animal Kingdom, Eating Habits of Animals. Correct? So let's move on to study this new chapter. So the content of the chapters are: what are herbivores, what are carnivores, what are omnivores, and what is a food chain. Alright, so हम सब ने बहुत टाइप के animals देखे हैं around us. Now we have to know more about these animals, and to categorize the animals into different sections, let's study this chapter. Different animals eat different kind of food. Based on the types of animals or the food they eat, they can be grouped as herbivores, that is plant eating animal. Herbivores कौन होते हैं? जो सिर्फ plant खाते हैं. Carnivores, flesh eating animals like wild animals. Omnivores, those animals जो plant भी खाते हैं and flesh भी खाते हैं of other animals. So these are the three categories: herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. What are herbivores? Animals that eat only plants and parts of plants, they are called herbivores. Animals or herbivores. इसके एग्जाम्पल क्या होते हैं? Cows, horse, goat, deer, zebra, giraffe and some herbivores. Most herbivores they have broad front teeth. आपने cow का देखा होगा, इस तरह से उनके broad front teeth होते हैं to help them pull out leaves and grasses. They also have strong back teeth. उनके बहुत strong teeth back side होते हैं to help them to chew the food. Teeth of a herbivore chew and grind the food very well. Now, what are special eating habits of herbivores? First, animals like rabbits, rats, squirrels, they have sharp front teeth. इनके आपने देखा होगा squirrel के या rat के जो front teeth होते हैं, they are very sharp and very long. They use these teeth to bite on nuts and fruits and seeds quickly and continuously. ऐसे 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 आपने देखा होगा squirrel, they keep on pricking the nuts, shells of nuts. This method of eating is called gnawing. G-N-A-W-I-N-G is called gnawing. The way squirrel, rat and rabbits they eat their food, this process is called gnawing. Number 2, insects such as butterflies and bees usually suck nectar of plant. आपने देखा होगा honey bee, butterfly, वो flowers के ऊपर ही बैठे रहते हैं. So they usually suck the nectar out of the flower. Nectar is sweet liquid like honey and found in sunflowers. These insects have long, thin, strong या tube-like structure. जैसे हम cold drink या juice पीते हैं straw से, we suck. So they have this straw-like thing in them which suck nectar out of it. They suck in food with the help of this tube present in them. Some herbivores like cows and buffaloes, they eat the same food twice. They first pull off grass and leaves and swallow this food to fill their stomach. Now later they bring the food back into their mouth. पहले वो stomach में भर लेते हैं, दोबारा अपने mouth में they bring the food back and chew and grind the food. आपने देखा होगा cows, they sit on at one place and they keep chewing and grinding their food. So this method of eating their food is called chewing the cud. Chewing the cud. Animals like sheep, deer and camel, they also chew the cud. A giraffe eats leaves from the top of tall trees, and that is why it has a long neck, and that helps to reach the top of the trees. An elephant breaks off branches and leaves of trees to eat. It has a long, thick and strong nose, we all know, and it is called the trunk, and that helps it to do that. The trunk also helps an elephant place food and water in its mouth. तो वो trunk को, अपने nose को एक हाथ की तरह use करता है and it brings the food and food material to its mouth. What are carnivores? That was all about herbivores. अब carnivores क्या है? Animals that eat the flesh of other animals are called carnivorous animals or carnivores. And lion, tiger, cat, eagles, shark, they are many snakes and they eat. There are many of this kind and they are called carnivores. Large carnivores like tigers, lions, leopards, they have strong and sharp front teeth. Sharp teeth help these animals tear and eat the flesh. इनके आप देख रहे हैं ये इस तरह से शार्प टीथ होते हैं. So this helps in tearing the flesh of other animals because they hunt on other animals. What are special eating habit of carnivores? So frogs, they eat insects and flies. They use their tongue to catch the prey. तो आपने देखा होगा lizard के, frog के, they have long tongue. So they catch their food with the help of their tongue. And their tongue are sticky by nature, जिसके वजह से वो उसमें चिपक जाते हैं. When it sees an insect, it flips the tongue and catches the insect. It then rolls the tongue back into its mouth and eats the insect. Animals like snakes, they eat rats and small animals. Snakes do not have teeth, they just open their mouth wide and they swallow. Snake के पास teeth नहीं होता, they just open and swallow without chewing. Spider eat insects, they spin a sticky web. Spider एक web create करता है, web एक sticky web से अपना prey या अपना insect को trap करता है and it eats the insect. Fish like shark, they eat other fish and water animals. They have very sharp teeth to tear flesh. So shark and whales, they have very sharp teeth to feed on other aquatic animals. Crocodiles, they eat animals like deer and zebra. They have very strong mouth parts to bite and hold their prey. So crocodile का जो mouth teeth arrangement है, that is very strong. Birds like eagles and owls, they eat rats, fish and snake. They have sharp curved beak. तो इस टाइप के जो birds हैं, like vultures, eagles, they have very curved beak to tear and hold their prey, that is other animals. So spider आपने देख लिया, crocodile, eagle, so they have all these kind of special features to eat on their food. Now what are omnivores? Animals that eat both plants and animals, and they are called omnivores. So humans, most bears, crows and dogs, they are omnivores, correct? Since omnivores eat plants as well as flesh, some omnivores have sharp teeth for tearing. तो इस तरह के animals में या humans में दोनों तरह के teeth होते हैं. They have sharp teeth to tear flesh. Also, they have normal teeth for chewing food, correct? Now, what are special eating habits of omnivores? Bears usually eat many different things such as grass, root and leaves. They also eat insects, fish and small and large animals. Birds such as crows, they eat grains as well as small insects and animals. Humans eat fruits, vegetables as well as flesh of animals. So humans दोनों तरह के होते हैं. हम fruits and vegetables भी खाते हैं, and lot of humans are non-vegetarian also. Some humans choose to eat plants and plant products. Humans who choose to eat plants and plant products are called vegetarians, and those who can eat like fish or non-veg items, they are called non-vegetarians. Correct? What is a food chain? Living things depend on one another. So आपने देखा कि spider insect खा रहा है, spider को again lizard खा रहा है, lizard को snake ने खाया. So this way it becomes a food chain. So a herbivore eats plants, a carnivore eats the flesh of another animal. This way a chain of who eats what, that is formed in nature. So a chain that shows how plants are eaten by animals and then these animals are eaten by other animals is called food chain. Correct? Now food chain shows how living things depend on one another. अगर ये food chain नहीं होगा, exist नहीं करेगा nature में, तो survival will again be in danger. A food chain always begins with a plant. So the primary source food chain का plant होता है. A food chain of a plant, a herbivore and a carnivore is like this. पहले एक grass या plant होगा, उसको deer खाएगा, deer को tiger खाएगा. So this becomes a food chain in the nature. Okay, so let's quickly recall what all we have studied. Animals that eat only plants and part of plants are called herbivorous animals, correct? Some herbivores like cows and buffaloes, they eat the same food twice. Animals that eat the flesh of other animals are called carnivores. Animals like snakes, they eat rats and small animals. Fish like shark, they eat other fish and water animals. Now living things depend on one another for their food and a food chain always begins with a plant or a grass. Correct? So ये सारे points हैं जो हमने इस पूरे chapter में पढ़ा है. Now let's quickly try to answer some question. List the type of animal based on their eating habits, giving one example of each. So हमें पता है first animal is herbivores and example is cow and buffalo. Then carnivores, so example is you can give example of leopard, tiger, lion. Then omnivores like bear or other or human beings, we all are carnivores. Correct? Now name two animals that gnaw their food. Gnaw कौन करता है? Gnawing of food was done by rabbits, squirrels, rats, जो जिनके front sharp teeth होते हैं and they prick on nuts and seeds. Name the two animals that suck nectar of plants. So we know honeybees and butterflies, they suck nectar of plants. What is a food chain? I have explained you. Food chain जहाँ पे the beginner part है, that is grass or plant, then it is eaten by deer, then deer is eaten by lion. So this is how the food chain is maintained in the nature. So this shows that animals are dependent on one another for their food. Can we tell if an animal is a herbivore or a carnivore by the kind of teeth they have? Yes. Like herbivore, they have front broad teeth to chew their food. Alright. So and carnivore, they have these kind of sharp canines to spear the flesh of their food. So these are the difference of teeth arrangement that animal has. So my dear student, this was again a very interesting chapter. We day to day in our life we come across so many animals and इस तरह से हमें पता लगा कि animals can be grouped in so many categories. So till then, stay excited for the clamp of next video and stay healthy and happy, but do learn the chapter for your own good. Thank you so much.